Hi everybody, welcome to my closet where we're going to do my PM skincare. The routine that I do every night. Don't forget, it's another day and another chance to sparkle, so keep a sparkle in your eye and a sparkle in your heart because it makes you beautiful. I just got out of the tub. I took a bath tonight, and today I'm doing this on Monday evening. Tomorrow I start my first day of work. I work from 11:30 to 7:30 tomorrow evening. So y'all keep me in your prayers. The first thing I do when I get out of the tub is I comb my hair while I dry. I put my lotion and everything on. And then I use this right here. It is the T.N. Dickinson's Witch Hazel. I use that for my face to and I've forgot, as an astringent to put my face back in pH. It's 100% natural. It's gently cleanse and conditions, but I don't cleanse. I use it for putting my skin back into its pH before I use it as a toner. So I've already done that, so I'm going to put that aside. And the next thing I do is I use my, now I don't do this every night, I do this about twice a week, maybe 3, it depends on how my skin is. The Advanced Firming Facial Pads by Dr. Denise. I take one of those and I do that, one of them, and I just start right here, and I just take that pad and I just rub all over, making sure to stay out from out around your eye. But now it says not to do it around your eye. I do, but don't you do what I do. You do what the direction says. You don't use it on your neck. I use it right here around my neck, and you're supposed to do it for, and it's hard to keep it. I wrap it around my finger and do just like this. And I rub kind of hard. It's not to cleanse with. I get it right. I don't get it down on my eye right there, but I do get it up close to my eye here. Just like that. It says not to, but I do, and I find that that helps keep this tight right here. Right under here. And it helps, this helps, I feel. It doesn't say that that's what it's for, but it helps to exfoliate dead skin. I feel. I do it on my upper lip, around my nose, especially where I have pores. It doesn't say to tighten pores, but it seems to help me with tightening the pores. So that's what I do. I'm using a mirror that I got over here. Sorry, I'm not looking at you. But anyway, I do that, and I try to do it for a full minute. Now, because of time, I'm not going to do that today, but I am going to do around my eyes because I really need it. I've kind of slacked off. Don't you do it around your eyes. Don't do it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an anesthetician. Read the directions and do what it says to do. I'm a risk taker. I don't do everything that I'm told to do. If I did, I wouldn't get in trouble all the time. You can tell my hair is natural curly, y'all. And since we've been getting a lot of rain here lately, it's really, really, really been curling up. I'm so excited about going to work tomorrow. I am so excited. I'm only going to I get right in here really good, right between my eyes where it's starting to wrinkle. I'm only getting 2 days a week, but it's a start. It gets me in the door. Right here where I have large pores, I get there. Right like that. Okay. Then, after I do that, the next thing I do, let me throw that away, get this out of my way. The next thing I do, I make up my own vitamin C serum. And what I do, let me show you what I use. I use the pure ascorbic acid right here, and I have a recipe where I can make this up. No, not ascorbic. No, it's ascorbic. Yes, ascorbic acid. I use ascorbic acid, and this is a powder, and I mix it with bottled water. You use spring water, you know, natural spring water, or you use a filtered water. And I just mix it in this, and I put a little bit. Now, if you're allergic or can't use vitamin E oil, then I suggest you don't use it. But the vitamin E oil will stabilize it to where it'll last a little bit longer. But it's so cheap. It's like, that was like $20. Now that's going to last me for years and years. So I get the Elle ascorbic acid, and I mix it in my bottled water, and I just put it in my hand like that. I put my vitamin E in. I put a full dropper, and I take it like this, and I'm going to use it over the garbage can right here. Put it on my hands like that, and then I just press it in all over, down my neck. I do this at night, and I do it in the morning. Now, like I said, now this is burning a little bit. Like I said, you can mix this up every week fresh, and that way you don't have to worry about it turning yellow. Just throw out what you don't use. What I do is just put it in there, and I let it go. And I shake it up, because not all of it will get dissolved, but for the majority it gets dissolved. You can shake it if you want to, and if you don't want to, don't shake it, and just get out what's already dissolved. So that's what I do. Then, after I leave that on for about, now in between each one of my layers of skincare I wait about 15 to 20 minutes or longer. Now, usually when I put the Dr. Dennis, when I do the Dr. Dennis, I'll wait 30 minutes before I put my vitamin C on that I make. And then I wait about 15 minutes after I put on my vitamin C. And that's why my skin is getting so, all the brown spots are starting to go. I'm using the vitamin C that I make myself, because it's cheaper that way. But you do your own research, please. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an esthetician. I do what works for me. And then the next thing I do is I use, and I know there's going to be people that watches this that says, oh my God, she's using all these acids together. It works for me. It doesn't irritate me. My skin is not, you know, I don't have to use gentle things. My skin's pretty, I mean, I'm pretty tough, and I'm really tough on my skin. So this is what works for me. Don't do it if you have sensitive skin. Do your own research. The next thing I put on, this is dried, and it's a little tacky, it's a little sticky. I use the Ordinary Lactic Acid 10% HA. This right here. Right there. I use that, and then it's almost time to start ordering, or to order again. Now, I do things on different nights to my skin. I also use the 30% from the Ordinary. I do that once or twice a week. I haven't done it here lately, but I just take a dropper, and I drop about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's go 6 drops of the lactic acid, and I rub that on my fingers, and I just press that in. I get it on my lips, on my eyes. I press it all in. If I think I need a little bit more, I'll take 3 more drops, and I'll press it right here. Where I really want a lot of, I want it to show that I'm doing something and make it look nice, is around my eyes. I want my eyes not to have all those little tiny wrinkles, and I've found that if I do this, it helps. Now, this is what I do every night. Every night. The next thing I use is now before I do any of this, I wash my face really good, and this is what I've been using. The Dove Deep Moisture. I've seen a board certified dermatologist say that this is so gentle that you could use it on your face. So, and it's sulfate free, and so I've been using it on my face, and it's the Dove Deep Moisture Nourishing Body Wash. It's softer, smoother skin after one shower, it says. But I don't use it on my body. I found where you could buy it. It was like 95 cents for the little travel sizes. So I bought 4 of them, and that's what I've been using. And it takes very, very little when you put a little tiny bit on your Clarisonic and do it. It takes very little. I mean, a tiny, not even a pea size to wash your whole face. So I've been doing that. Okay, I've got my my lactic acid on, and it's dried a little bit. It's kind of tacky. The next thing I do is I put my hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5 on. And that's from The Ordinary. I use that. And I just, it's time to order that. I just take and put about, you can't, it's real thick, so you can't hardly do droppers, but about 5 drops. And it looks like that. But I just do that like that, and I press it all over. Press it all over my skin. Like I said, I'm so excited, and I'm going to say it again. I am not a doctor. I am not an esthetician. I am not trained in any kind of medical anything, except for I have been trained to be a nursing assistant, and I know a little bit in the medical field. I do that. And now, don't forget, in between each one of these, I wait about 15 to 20 minutes before I move on to the next thing. But because of time, I'm doing it quicker than I normally would. Now, what I do is all this that's on my hand, I put on the back of my hand. So whatever you put on the back of your hand or on your face, put on your hands, because it will help your hands to look as young as your face. Well, better anyway. Anyway, when I went and took my FBI background check, the girl she was 47. And she looked at my hands and she said, "What do you do? Your hands even look younger than mine." And I went to telling her what all I do. So this is what I do. And I rub all that on the back of my hand, rub it down my chest and everything. Then the next thing I do, after I've got all that on, I use my Retin-A. And I use 1%, 0.1% gel Retin-A. And what I do is, this is my tube. I get it from, you can get it from Reliable RX, or you can get it from All Day Chemist, and it is $6 and some odd cents tube. And I found that they have a deal on All Day Chemist or on Reliable RX where you can get 6 tubes for a certain amount, like $30 or something like that. I can't remember now, but anyway, then you pay the $15 shipping and handling, and you've got 6 tubes. In the States, you would pay for a tube about this big right here, not, you know, this big, not as size of this one, but about like this. The first tube I ever bought, until I found out about All Day Chemist and Reliable RX. And I got that much on my finger. Before I found out about them, I had to give $90. And thank God I know my drugstore, the person that runs the drugstore, and they let me pay payments on it till I got it paid for. But I don't have to do that. I got enough. Okay, I just dot that all over my... Now, I put it up next to my eye. Do not do that unless your doctor tells you you can do that. I put it there, there. I put it here. I use more than the pea size they say to use. Don't do that. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. Don't do that. I am a lot rougher on my skin than what... I put it some down my neck. I'm using about that much and wiping it where I need it. And then once I get what I want on my face, I'd already talked to my doctor, my eye doctor, and I can use it around my eyes. He said it won't hurt anything because I have watery eyes anyway, so it keeps my eyes from being too watery. And I rub it in really, really good. I just rub, 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 and get it rubbed in good on my lids. And don't forget now, you do as your doctor says, not as I say. Put it on your ears, because you know you don't want old ears and old wrinkly ears and young looking, no wrinkled face. I don't want to, my face is not young looking. I mean, you can tell I'm my age, I'm sure, but I think I look good for a 60-year-old, and I've told, and other people told me that they would never guess that I was 60. Now when I get all this rubbed in, I even put it on the back of my hand. I take a wet washcloth and I wipe off the bottoms of my hands, because they'll be sticky if I don't. But anyway, after I get all that rubbed in, get it all in, I seal it with Dr. Dennis Essential Lipid Power Infusion with Amaranth and resveratrol oil. I use that, and I doubt I can get it open now because I usually wipe my hands off. Okay, I got it. And I use about 5 drops of this. I put this on my fingers like this, just like that, and I just go on my fingertips like this, and I just start smacking it on. And I lay on my back when I sleep, so all that in the morning when I wake up, I can take my hands and I can rub my forehead and here, and I can take and rub, and you can feel the skin rubbing off. And that's what I do for my nighttime skincare. Now Thursday, I'll be showing you what I do for my morning skincare. Now I put this on the back of my hands again. Put everything on your hands, down on your décolleté, your chest. I do that because, you know, you got to keep your chest looking young. So this is what I do. I just rub it, get under my necklaces, rub it on my neck and everything. Rub it all over my hands. And this is what I do every night, except for now I do lay off of the Retin-A. I use that 3 days on and then the rest of the time off. If I see my eyes starting to get wrinkly and baggy again, I start using my Retin-A again, and that tightens it back up. But I do use my vitamin C every morning and every evening. I use my hyaluronic acid every morning, every evening. I use my lactic acid every morning, every evening. And I also use this every night. I don't use it in the morning because I don't wash a lot. I don't use a cleanser. I just take a washcloth and I wash my face really, really good with cool water. Always start with cool water, never hot water. Start with cool water. And I also only use these about 3 times a week. So on QVC, I believe it is, you can get these advanced firming facial pads with Actizone firming factor. You can get 2 of these for $45. Now, I did not have to pay for mine. Dr. Dennis was kind enough and sent them to me. So, but when I am done with these, I will be reordering these. All of the stuff that I showed you, I will repurchase because I love the results I get. I love the way my skin feels. This is I got it for Christmas about 3 or maybe 4 years ago, and I'm telling you, I love this thing. It is a godsend. So that's my PM skincare routine. I hope y'all will subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful evening. Keep me in your prayers. I'll keep you in my prayers, and share me around because I want to travel, and you're the only way I'm going to get to. I love you guys, and I always think about you every day. Thank you, and I'll see you Thursday. Bye.